Hello everyone, welcome to the channel, and welcome back to another episode of Oxygen Not Included. It's our 30th episode. Look at us go. We've been on this game since June 27th was the first episode we had, and we're all the way on episode 30. We are so far along, and it's been an absolute blast. So thank you all so much for joining me throughout this process. And as we continue onwards. So, if you were with us last time, we had a very large activity here. We're going to push play. We made this heat deletion device. Now, the thing is, it is not... It is hooked up, yes? Okay, sorry. I'm just scared. Because it has not done anything yet. So, everything's been blocked. There's not enough steam. The steam temperature is below 125, and all inputs are blocked. So we just need this to kind of heat back up to turn that into steam and do its thing. And at the same time, you know, we're cooling this area a little bit. It doesn't really, you know, matter too much. It's not doing a huge thing, but looking over here, I'm seeing some space that could really use some cooling over here. You know, this kind of area is getting a little bit out of hand. We've been doing all right so far with this bad boy over here, who's been doing such a good job. But I've been looking now at, you know, I was thinking today we were gonna dig up. That's kind of been the big thing. Episode 30, dig upwards. That's kind of, you know, that'd be grand. But in between, I had set us up to clean some of this polluted water. I've been thinking about polluted water. I've been wondering, you know, should I get into doing that? Should I, you know, in order to get more liquid, should I blast this open and clean some water? Because you see, the water supply is really low, and the only other options we have are, I mean, cleaning up this water, which isn't going to happen, cleaning up this water, taking this water and moving it all the way up, you know, and again, we'd have to clean it up too. So, you know, it's a whole lot of, I'm not quite sure at this moment in time, and I don't know, you know, this option isn't terrible. What I could do is set this up to go through a little bit of a cooling loop and then send it off into the base. The only question is kind of where I decide to do that, because I mean, see, there's no way over here at the moment. That's kind of my biggest issue. There's no way over here, and I can't put these pipes. See, so this is one pipeline. I can't put another pipeline up here unless I rip things open, so I'm thinking I might as well rip things open kind of on this level or something here. So, I'm not sure. I think maybe for the meantime, it's such a hard decision to make. Yeah, I guess maybe for the meantime we will purify this water. That is the best decision I have. So, let's do that. Airflow tiles, those are fine. Liquid pumps, so let's get them to do this. Let's get them to set this up, and then we can kind of look upwards and begin our digging process. Now, we just need to put in a liquid pipe there, and then make sure there's some electricity running in here. Good, we were pretty set there, I knew that. So, fantastic. We will be ripping those off. Yes, deconstruct all of that. And I'm going to put this all on kind of an 8 situation, and then we're going to rip this open and have it pour down into here. And hopefully it doesn't make too much of a mess, but we will see what happens. So we need to do this and then hook it up into here. So this is the whole shebang, the whole process. It's a pretty, you know, simple move. The only other polluted water I'm seeing is this stuff over here, and then, you know, that big one, and then a couple vats down here. We're not going to be using that one, but I'm really wondering, you know, at the end of the day, when this is all said and done, shouldn't I just be taking from a cool steam vent, cooling it off, and then shipping it up? And actually, to be honest, I could set one of these up over here, like right here, cool it, and send it out. Ooh, you know what? I've made a decision. We are going to take this water here, and we are going to bring it up top. We're going to do like a cooling system, basically. Oh, look at that. It's steaming, but it's not hot enough yet. We'll get there eventually. So that is my thought. We'll build one of these. We'll just be a little bit quicker about it, so you folks don't need to kind of sit and watch it. So it'll just kind of get done, I'm thinking. Probably on this level here. Hug this right here. Build it right out here. And then we've got a little bit of extra protection in there. But I'm not too worried about the system. So let's just have them begin the process, and then we'll have to pump water in and do all that, but it'll be fine. We'll make it work. It'll be easy peasy, and I'll just kind of copy the same design, and we will end up flipping it the other direction now, the way that it was supposed to be the first time, and then kind of just have it cooling this liquid. Because look, this hasn't been producing any heat anyway, so that's really, really nice. It's actually quite cold over here because of this layout, so that's good. And these are slightly reduced in temperature from what I was dealing with. And just looking as well, just a quick check here. 25, it's going out at 15. So it goes in at 15 and consumes about 10, so that's not bad. I think we were in the 30s last I checked, so the fact that it's going down even farther is good. So okay, we have our decisions now, because I could clean up this polluted water, but I don't know, I'm afraid that I might need it eventually, and I might as well go for one of the renewable sources. This one also makes good sense to do. I just need to kind of think about how I want to do the piping, because I guess I could run through the center here and do it, and there's all of this I'd need to clean up the salt water and do all of that. It's a little bit of a big task to figure out. Doable though, totally doable, but I think I'll tame this one first. They call it taming, but we'll do this one first just because I think it's going to be a little bit easier to do, and it's also much closer, and I don't need to worry about as much stuff. Plus there's only one pipeline here, so see, it's just get it in here and then dump it, and it's great. So that's my plan. That way that one doesn't get buried, and this ultimately will probably be the main source of water at the end of the day, but not today. So let's have them dig. I'm gonna start I don't need much piping. You're gonna see me bounce back and forth quite a bit between here and here. And let's just see here. So we'll do it on this level there. That'll be the bottom. I know you folks probably want to get in there, so I'll let you do it. I don't really want to do much with those crops. I think I'll just leave them alone. Okay, and then it is 2, 2, and so it's 5. Okay, so once I've got kind of the shell built out and everything kind of set up, then I'll be right back. I would like to clarify, just by the way, we're not done yet. It has been, I don't even know how many cycles, a couple. Time played, 38 hours. Look at me go. Just to clarify, I am trying to make out of utilities the thermo aquatuner, and I'm out of steel. But the problem is, I ran out of literally everything to make steel. So I ran out of iron, I ran out of refined carbon, and I ran out of lime. So I've just been sitting here getting them to make I ran out of, I think, iron and refined carbon first, and then finally once I had that, then it was like, we're out of lime now too. It's a little hectic here. It's a little hectic here. We will get it done though. Perhaps. We're working on it. It's just taking time. So we'll get there. We'll get there. You know, absolutely nothing can go to plan here in Crunchy Station. So out of power somehow. I'm now consuming too much power, and I'm going to guess it's as a result of this bad boy here, because it was an addition that has been running this whole time. And seeing as this guy here produces 2,000 and this whole system is consuming, you know, 1,200. It's not great. It's not great. So I may need to expand power at some point too, but I'm not ready to do that. I'm not ready. I'm not there yet. I'm struggling still to do all of this. It's a very slow process when I'm missing components. You'll see I've only got 405, and it's been another, I think, 2 cycles. They're making about 100 a cycle. So extremely slow process here. They are not getting it done. So I think, you know, I guess I'll just let them go to town on it still. It's just, oh my goodness, I wasn't expecting it to take them so long to do. They are slow and busy, like running around doing a bunch of other activities. Finally build this, please. They're little wild ones, you know, little wild ones. Hopefully the power is now okay that we've added the coal generator, but we don't have an abundance of coal to use despite this, you know, this farm that we've got going on. You know, even too many critters affects having this -2. I don't know if that impacts how much they produce. Let me just attack this guy here. Kill that one off. Although having a couple of regular hatches may be a good idea. We'll see. We'll see. So, okay, the power seems to have rebalanced itself. That's nice. That's a good addition. It may also just be time for me to do this as well, actually. Let's just do this. Oh, that is not the... No, that is the out for 1. Okay, so that will now throw that in there, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is hooked up via automation wire. It is. Okay. That'll help support too. So we're finally using our gas reserves here that we have not used. It's the first time. How is there crude oil over here? What the hell? Sweep that up. Oh my, how is there crude oil? Where did that come from? Anyway, that's strange. But so we're doing this. They're getting it done, kind of. We'll just have them produce a bunch of lime because this has been really chaotic getting this done. Thankfully, I was looking at this now rather than later when it was more of an issue. Holy shit, because my god, we would not have been in a good position if I was trying to do all of this and we didn't have any of the materials. I mean, what I think maybe I'll do is, since it's not that they're struggling with stuff, but since they're kind of doing their thing, doing their business, I might just start doing the piping here. And well, I'm not trying to cool the liquid too much. It'll be kind of a vat cooler here, and it'll help keep this whole area cool. Oh wow, I have produced way more heat over here than I thought. Holy shit. That's not great. Okay. Alright. Alright. We're going to... I'm not using actual water for cooling. That's not what's going to happen. This is just going to be dumped right out into here. That is the plan. So let's just kind of build an insulated pipe here. All the way up. Up. Yeah, sure, that can be connected. And It's gonna go across. Yeah, I can go across here and connect right in there. That's the whole point. This is what this is. We will leave it so that if they are kind of not busy with this, which is a 9, and this, which is also a 9, then we'll be okay. Let's put in another one of those. Really, really not coming along. Wow, they are taking their time. Let's skip a little bit further ahead and see what sort of progress they can come up with. Okay, so one other thing that I'm really, really seeing is an issue with oxygen generation. You'll see we got quite a problem. I mean, beautiful, beautiful over here. Absolutely lovely. Very low breathability. It says there's oxygen throughout the base, but you'll see that carbon dioxide is really, really, really taking a hold. It is pushing out. This is not able to handle these running full time. I think we may need to build in a second one. What might also be an issue is how tall are you? 1, 2, 3. Could I build 1, 2, 3 without ripping this open? Not really. What may also be an issue is you know, a solution could be these, but you remember these were not running for the longest time, and now they're starting back up again. So there's quite a bit more carbon dioxide in the base than there has been for the last little bit. Thinking, what's the best method forward for consuming this stuff? It might be another semblance of a carbon boy in here. Actually, maybe right in the center here. Really fight it off and try and reduce the pressure in this room. Because I'm thinking it's 3 tall, 2, and there aren't very many pipes. Yeah, maybe it's time to actually do this. Set this up as tile and put ourselves up. You know, for the last several episodes I've said I want to dig upwards. I want to dig upwards on episode 28, 29, and 30. And it's still not happening. Mostly because we're constantly, you know, battling these new issues every few minutes, basically. It's always a new chaos every little bit here. So we're just gonna have them build this out as well, just so that we can dump this extra water in the base here. I know this doesn't have power. It is hooked up, and we will dump it in. We will have it running very soon. But it is okay. We're getting that done. Very, very chaotic day today. We are hardly getting the things done that we wanted to do, which, you know, build this and dig up. Well, I guess I can build it, but I can't dig up. All right, let's review this. So good, this is facing the correct way. We can plug that in right there as a steel thing and run it on an 8 so they actually install it now. All right, let's see what happens as well. Did they put in all the piping here? They did not. There is one more pipe to do. Come now, you have task. Build the liquid pipe. There we go. Okay. So, to double check. No germs. Good. Time to turn you on, because we really need this liquid in the system. This has been and we'll just disable this for a second. We really need this extra liquid in because all of our food is dealing with water. Our electrolyzers consume water. We're running a very water-heavy system here. We need to make sure we have the supply, and the supply is this eventually once they've fully constructed this whole situation. I've just been quite surprised at how chaotic putting this together has been. They're really, really, really slow about it. It's actually concerning how hard this has been to put together. I thought this was going to be kind of a 10-minute thing, but it is actually not. Who is starving that hatch? Okay, I do not care. See, we were like, let's solve our water problem and dig up today. Instead, we're solving our water problem, which is becoming more of an issue, solving a problem with power and solving an issue with too much carbon dioxide again in the base. This is a horribly wild time. We are going to be controlling a little bit better where carbon dioxide goes. If we set it up here, we can probably get it taken care of for the most part. So I'm thinking, give me one of these, carbon skimmer. I'll put it in here, and that way it stops any carbon from going into the base. Although we may have an issue if natural gas starts leaking out, because it's about to begin again. It's actually started a little bit there. A few pieces have snuck their way out, which is not ideal. Or I could actually put it right here, because they don't need to be right beside each other, right? As long as it's being fed. Let's do this instead. Let's not build it in here. Let's cancel that for a second. We can build one in here, I suppose. We could build two in here. But the natural gas isn't... I don't want it... Pipe blocked. Oh, because the whole system is... Yeah, the whole system's full. Probably the issue is the carbon dioxide, actually. It's a real issue. The pressure's getting a little bit too high in here as well. Right. You know what I could do? I could just dump a slickster in here. Right? If I took the slickster, threw him up in there. Because what are you doing? You're not really doing anything, my guy. You could be over there consuming a bunch of carbon dioxide and making me oil in the bottom of here. Not exactly a brilliant way, but there is also this here, you know, so... I'm just thinking of ways to try and mitigate this situation, because this is getting a little bit out of hand now. Actually, not really a little bit, significantly out of hand. Alright. Alrighty, folks, welcome back to the chaos. Welcome back to the chaos, solving one thing at a time. They've got this sort of setup. It's okay. I know there's a lot more work to do with it. I'm going to need to... Oh... Well, you know, 1200. I suppose I could connect this whole wire up. I could change out this whole... Oh, I'd have to change out the whole wire, though. Oh my god. I'd have to change the whole thing out to be... Son of a bitch. What about this one? What do you do? I didn't think of this problem before I did it. Okay. I made an error. I made a mistake. Son of a bitch. Let's just put it all on 3 for a second. Oh, I wasted so much time trying to do this. I can't... I don't have a heavy line going down. There's no way I could connect it to either of these lines, really. I could connect it to this one, it's just so... What the fuck broke? What broke? Why? I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't paying attention. And I thought this stuff was not actually set to start rolling. So that's my bad. Okay. Somebody fix that. This is chaos. Today's been chaos. It's been horrible. I'm making mistakes non-stop. Oh my goodness. What have I done? What have I done to the place? I haven't even solved the water problem. I might as well just start taking from over here. What am I doing? Okay. Alright. Let's... One problem at a time. Number 1. This. Let's attach that back up. Okay. This should hopefully not be an issue anymore. This, however... This was bad. Very, very much unexpected. I was not expecting this to occur. Okay. let me just snip this as well, because I feel like I don't need a full amount of liquid here. And let's put, whoops, that's not what I want. Let's put this up to a 9. Oh my goodness. What a disaster. Everything today has been chaotic, but we're learning our lessons. Check the power supply first, because this was silly. The only thing I could do, there's not really a solution for this. I really need to upgrade all of my power lines in order to kind of solve this problem. And actually, something else I should really do is get more copper done. Let's do 10. We'll see if that helps the situation. Get a little bit more copper produced, because, you know, at the end of the day, I need more copper to replace most of those wires. Okay, this is functional and it's functioning fine. All right. Wow, that was a terrible situation. Glad that it has been resolved, though. Very glad that it's been resolved and everything's functional. And let's just take a quick gander at this. It's going out at 13 now and coming back at 23 instead of the 25 and 26. Good. So that is still, everything's kind of cool over here. They're running a little bit overtime there, but that's fine. Also, this terrible idea, it will always produce liquid at about 75 or higher, depending on the liquid temperature that you pump into it. So me putting any cooled liquid in would be a waste of time. So we won't do that. Now, this whole thing, I'm actually just going to cancel it, because it is not going to do what we need it to do. It's far too complicated a situation here. So, you know, at one point, maybe it would... maybe at some point in time it'll be possible. I just simply cannot replace all of these wires at this moment in time with the proper wires to make it actually function the way we'd like it to. So, that can't be done. Really unfortunate, not what I was, you know, wanting to come to, but as a conclusion, here we are. That is what it is. Now, you know, the other thing we can do, I'm just wondering, you know, if I end up putting a second wire here, it's probably going to count as being attached. Okay. So we do need to set ourselves up with another sort of cooler here, because we need to do this water, and it's been, you know, pretty well a full episode of trying to get this done. But we're going to just deconstruct this, and I'm going to make them urgently run over and do it so we can grab the resources and just build out a new one over here. And I think maybe it would end up being thrown across this line. I don't know. Where would I want to run that water? Hello? Are they going to... Okay, they are deconstructing it. It's just taking time. Holy. You folks are slow. I'll let them zoom through. Let's also just cancel all of that. We'll leave this here in case we ever get to a position where it's feasible. At the moment, it just simply isn't today, but we'll figure it out. All right, here's my plan. I'm thinking of digging through right here, because if I dig through right here, okay, let's just say that. That gives us 1, 2, 3. Oh, you're 3 high. That's 1, 2, 3. That would be where the floor is. Not a huge deal, actually. Doesn't need to line up properly. I'm thinking dig through here because that's kind of where we're at in here. We're going to deconstruct this setup here, not deconstruct this, and kind of put together another one of these systems. It will work to cool this liquid, and then we will pump it back into the base. We're going to pump it back into the base right here, basically. That's my thought. Or alternatively... I don't really want to touch this. Let me see here. Let's do a little bit of mathematics. All right. I have my plan. I have my scheme. I know what I'm going to do. We're going to throw them in this way. And what we're going to do is we're going to build, you know, insulated tiles through here. I actually don't know if I need to double it up the way that I'm going to, but we will do it anyway. Let's just do this. And... probably this. Yeah, why not do the top and the bottom? Okay, there we go, there we go. And we might even insulate the center here, because what's the temp like? If there's temperature exchange between these two rooms, it's not a huge deal. It's mostly this that I end up getting concerned about, the fact that there is no temperature exchange protection here. So what level does this end up being on? This level. Okay, so this is the level we're going to stick with. We're going to do it here. We're going to design it today. We're going to put the design in, but we may not actually execute the creation of this system fully yet. So this is the plan here. And we're using igneous rock. Okay, good. Doubling up on the defense here for temperature. We'll also set ourselves up there for a little bit more temperature control. And okie dokie. And we'll have to figure something out here, but that's going to be okay. We'll figure it out another time. And then let's just set ourselves up so that there is flooring available. And we will have to dig all of this out. This, unfortunately, I don't want to get a leak. So what I'm going to do is we're going to do this as well. And then let's just cancel all of that for a second. And it will all be insulated tile. So I know, I don't need to be doing insulated tile throughout the whole thing, but it is the best thought that I have for the time being to make sure that this doesn't end up being a massive issue. We are going to dig this out too, just to make sure we get ourselves set up properly. And just double checking over here that the carbon dioxide is, I mean, I don't even know if it's going down. We've got quite a number of skimmers up. We don't have this running. Although it could be running, I suppose. I could easily just hook them into each other. Let's do this here. Oh my gosh, this kills me. Ripping these walls open hurts my soul. But it has to be done in order to make this an effective system, an effective travel route. I don't care about the natural gas coming in and out of here. It's not a big deal for me. I do care, like, in other areas. For instance, I do not want any coming out over on this side. I'd really actually like to lock it up here too, just so that we're on the same page and we're in a good kind of protected-ish zone. And that is my scheme. I mean, you know, set that all up. This has been ripped open now. That was very quick of them. Hopefully they build, actually, I'd like them to build this first, so hopefully we can get that done. And then get them to build up this as well. Make sure it's kind of the security is in position first. Okay. This is moving a little bit faster, a little bit smoother, just because I know what I want. I know how to build the system on this side. I'm going to just get a... Let's grab the heavy wire. Okay, good. That needs to come down here. So this system might have to take a brief pause for a second. Okay, that'll be fine. I'll actually build this. You can be built out of copper, right? What do you... The conductive wire was built out of lead. Why did I do that? Overheat temperature, -20. What the fuck was I doing? I'm crazy. Why would I do that? Steel, lead. Everything else is lead. Iron. See, why are those two built out of lead? Are those three built out of lead? Well, you know, I'll leave it be for now. If something happens, we'll see. All right, so let's just do that, and then a conductive wire. We can just hook the conductive wire up there, and then I'll deconstruct those, and then have this one run down here. I'm also just going to snip this for the time being, because it's not needed. We'll have to deconstruct that wire once it's done, and then put in a heavy wire here. And it can probably connect there, and that'll be okay, I would imagine. What am I using on that? I should just use copper here, I think. Right? No, I used iron. I think I can just use copper. I'm not that fussed about it. Let's do a little bit of this. Okay, so that's good. And then I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 high. So 1, 2, 3. Oh, gosh. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's the door, you know? Okay. this will be the level. Is there a plant there or something? This will be the level for that. Okay. Is there something here? I don't know. Let's dig this out. And deconstruct that. A new printable is available. Let's see what the new printable is. Seeds, because we don't get people. We don't do people. We're not after dupes right now. Okay, good. So this is kind of set up. I want that done next so we don't rip anything else open. I'm going to build this in as conductive wire. Yeah, I'll hook it up to that one, I suppose. This could actually all be ripped apart. Actually, this one's not... Oh, it is doing stuff, right? What does this line up to, really and truly? What does this line up to? It has a potential load of 2,000. Okay. This one only has a potential load of just over 1,000. Okay. I really need to fix the wiring too, but I know I've got quite a significant issue with a lack of copper. That is one of my big problems. And, you know, how to get copper? Good question. It's called going to the surface. Yeah, going up there is how you get additional metals. And, of course, am I in a position to do that? No. Why would I be? I'm never in a position to do anything because chaos happens. Oh. Yikes. This is not great. And that's probably because I have this off. Please turn back on and fix the temperature problems that I am having. They've been going ham in here, building stuff between the metal refinery, the rock crusher, the kiln, and the electric grill. We have really upped the temperature in this area. Thankfully, at one point in time, I was somewhat intelligent, put in some insulated tiles, which is securing a little bit of the base temp, but this is not good. But the fact that this is still really cold is very, you know, I'm satisfied with. Okay, so here's the good thing. Here's the good news. This is coming along really well. I've been thinking about doing something like this. It has finally happened. It took me ages to do, but here we are. Let's just make sure we're doing this in the intelligent manner and putting this in first before I put the top on. Let's just make sure that's set up like that. Okay, good. And they can jump over too? I can't remember. No, I don't think they can. But we're going to design it exactly like this system. So my plan would be to do this kind of ish off camera because I've now made an entire disaster over here. Do it a little bit off camera. But that way we could get it done and you don't need to kind of watch me do the exact same thing I just did and just did in the last episode. And what I might do at the same time is just take water from here and pump it in as well for the cooling system, because this, you know, what I'm concerned of is the cool steam vent is eventually going to hit a plateau where it's not going to be able to keep going. So that's my thought there. I do have another idea as well, and this is a little bit more complicated, so bear with me as I explain what I'm thinking of doing. And I'm gonna put a few things on 9 here so that they do these things rather than do what I'm about to show you. So here's my thought. We use these here, these liquid thermosensors, right? We put, say, one here and one here. And what I would do is somehow, and I'm going to look at the automation options, is cold water, once it reaches a certain temp, right? So we have it going kind of like this, and, you know, let's say this attaches to the loop, okay? And this goes into the base. We would have this set up so that if it's the temperature I want, this is now green and fires off that way. If it's a temperature I don't want, it goes the other way. And actually, what I'm thinking is, never mind, better solution, okay? Cancel the thermosensor. Cancel the thermosensor. We take... I know. I'm jumping around. I've figured it out as I've been speaking. So we put the thermosensor in, right? Now this dictates whether it's cold or warm or whatever. So we would then be able to use automation here and decide which thingy which open it goes in, right? Like, let's see. Here you go. This is what I want. So we would be able to do this, right? And which one's in, which one's out? White is in. So we could set it up like this, basically. And don't worry, I'll cancel this so we don't need to worry about it because it's building it out of steel for whatever reason. Bastard. So if it's cold, right? If it's cold and it's the temperature we want, boom, throw it across. Into the vat. If it's a temperature that's insufficient yet, right in here. And we would still put the liquid thermo sensor in just to be safe. But for the time being, we don't need to do that. Or for the time being, like, this will probably take care of the whole situation. And I'm thinking, actually, I may even leave this set up here just because it is likely where things are going to go in and out. I don't know. Let me give it a bit more thought, and then we will revisit. I don't even think this is right, actually. I will figure it out before next episode. If you want, you can leave some comments below in case I don't figure it out, or in case you have a better idea than I end up with. So if you folks did enjoy this absolutely chaotic episode, please don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new. And as always, don't forget to leave any comments with tips, hints, or suggestions. They're very helpful, and, you know, clearly I need them as I am constantly trying to expand, and we constantly get hit with new surprises every now and then. So please leave those comments, and I love to hear from you folks, and you're always very much more knowledgeable than I am. And as always, thank you for stopping by. Happy you did, and I'll see you next time.